If I had to restart my video marketing company today, these are the 6 things that I would do to gain traction and become successful as quickly as possible. When it comes to videography, filmmaking, online marketing, there's so many avenues you can go down. And you need to decide which direction you're going. Get a focus, find the niche, find who your clear avatar is. So these 6 steps are going to help you get on track and then obtain the most amount of success from following that direction. So the first one out of these 6 steps is to set yourself up for success. So before diving back into it, I would do everything I can to save up as much money as I can. Whether that means working more hours in my job I have now, or getting a new job, or eating out less. The point is that you want to save up and not go into debt starting off. So what I did when I started my company is I saved up working on film sets about $15,000, $16,000, so then I could comfortably get the camera and the setup, the lenses that I wanted going into my business and not feel like I was starting off in the negatives. The second thing is crucial. You're going to want cheap, quick, effective marketing. You don't want to be wasting your time coming up with a bunch of different types of advertisements and paying for posters and running around talking to everybody you know. You need to focus on exactly who your avatar is. So once you decide what your niche is, you want to go to the companies that are already selling to your ideal client. So for example, if you're trying to reach small and mid businesses in your local area, maybe start with a sign shop. You go to the sign shop, you offer them some free services or a discount on your monthly services, and in return you get access to their clientele. I have a sign company that I did this with when I first started up. What they did is they gave me a big list, about 4,000 names of all these companies they've done work with. Now I can sift through and see the types of companies that I want to work with. I do my research and then I can tell my client, hey, as part of my video service, I'm going to reach out to these clients and I'm going to get them to give you a good testimonial based on your signs that you've made for them. Now I'm saying, hey, no pressure. I'm just here for the sign shop. I'm here to film the work they've done. And if you're willing to be on camera and give a quick testimonial. More often than not, they're willing to. And then they start watching you do your work. And then you collaborate with them on Instagram with the sign shop company. And they start seeing you a little bit more. All of a sudden, they might be thinking, oh, we need a social media person. Oh, we need someone to film videos for us. And you're going to be the first one that pops in their mind. This is how I've broken past the gatekeeper at some big companies because I was able to go through the back door in this way, get the names of the business owners and be able to speak with them directly in a non-confrontational way. Now, the third thing is similar, but a little bit different. I call it free to fee. If you're going out and you find a company you really want to work with, they're your perfect avatar and you want to really prove to them that you can do the work that they need, I would offer free services first. So I would do some research on them, develop a strategy and say, hey, these types of videos would benefit you for these reasons. This is where you're lacking online and this is where you need to up your game a little bit. So what I would then do is I would offer a free shooting session, a free strategy session. I'd go in, I'd create the content, I'd deliver it to them. All of a sudden they're hooked. You know, they've had a snort of that cocaine and they want more. Once they have it, there's no way they can go back anywhere else. You're the dealer that has the thing they want. And if you do your job right, you're going to create content that they need more of and can't get enough of. Now, the fourth thing, you can do at the same time as these other things. It's documenting all of the work you're doing. So I use a 360 camera. I use my Ray-Ban Meta glasses. You can use whatever POV camera you want. I've seen the ones that sit on the shirt. You could use your iPhone in some way to be filming. But the whole idea is film when you're working with these companies. When you take out your camera, when you're recording something, remember to record behind the scenes. That is what's going to be really good marketing for you. You put that out on social media, whether it's on a story, whether it's a reel, photos for a carousel. You're just showing that you're doing work. You're actually working with companies. And as you start to work with companies that people know, and you're showing the behind the scenes, maybe people are going to, one, find an interest in how you're making that content, and two, you're going to build yourself as an authority figure, as a content creator, showing that you're out there on set, you're constantly working, you're busy, people are using your services, and they're going to want a taste of your services as well. The next thing is you need to learn strategy. You need to be able to make strategy a huge portion of your services. You want to be able to prove to your potential client that you know about this field and you can think about it deeper and you understand it further than they ever could. You take that strategy and you make it a key portion of your services so that it's not just about pretty footage, it's about where you're getting them. And as you start to understand where they're going and what they want to accomplish with this, then you can start to create a hook, a purpose, a call to action, figure out what you want people to be doing after watching your video. And that's going to give you a very clear idea of the type of content you're going to make for that client. This is crucial in making you stand out from a regular old Joe Schmo with a camera and a high-end video marketer. Then, once you start giving them the success they're looking for, once you start giving them those results right in the middle of it, you want to do two things. You want to ask them for a video testimonial. Take a few minutes while you're even shooting other content and pull them aside and ask if you can film them giving a really good testimonial about working with your company. And that's going to be blasted on Instagram, on your website, wherever, to give people more of a trust in your work. And secondly, you're going to ask them for other people they know who would benefit from these results. And doing those two things is going to help you grow. So if you implement these 6 steps, that's what's going to get you growing quicker than just doing a bunch of cold calls or running around talking to any business. You need to figure out your specific niche, your specific avatar, and then target them through your services, even if it begins with offering it for free. Because if you really have what it takes to give them the results they want, if you really bring in the value to the table, giving them something for free is going to make them want you more. My next video will be about creating strategies and the specific questions that I ask clients to give them a successful 12-month strategy plan and get them excited to be signing on. So if you're interested, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.